Now, I know I'm very, very bullish still. I know I'm one of the very few now that is still bullish and doesn't think we are in a bear market. And I've got news for the bears out there that are probably going to make them very depressed. Stick around, all right? So this is like really, really good news. And I'm going back in a little bit of history to show you how normal this actually is. Okay, but first we have the stablecoin regulatory bill receives a green light during banking committee hearing. It's no longer going to be called CBDCs. It's going to be called a stablecoin. So just get used to the word stablecoin. They're going to use that. It's going to be public approved. You know, it doesn't need to go through Congress or anything like that. And yeah, that's what is going to be eventually morphed into what we used to call a central bank digital currency. That's what it is, okay? I guarantee it. I'm 99.9999% sure that is exactly what is happening, and everybody gets excited. Blows my freaking mind that people cannot connect the dots in this space. Guys, follow this channel. I've been studying central banks for over 2 decades now. I know exactly what they're up to. Also, Trump-backed World Liberty Financial buys Bitcoin. No, I'm just kidding. It's on the Ethereum blockchain, so they cannot buy Bitcoin on that. But they did buy $100,000 of SEI. So it's interesting that is built on the Ethereum blockchain. And considering this from the White House yesterday, Trump administration wants to acquire as much Bitcoin as possible. Man, it's kind of weird, isn't it? Like, why doesn't he buy, Bitcoin with something separate for World Liberty Financial? Leave your comment below, because this I do not understand. I really don't. Maybe it's because, Ethereum is proof of stake, and if you own enough Ethereum, you have more sway in the network. And I think, what is it, 33%? Heidi, is it 33%? Yes, 33% of the network. Then you have a lot more sway. Okay, moving on, we also have, as I've been talking about for a long time, one of the reasons why I actually got into crypto is because I could see, I guess, like well over a decade in the future of what nations would be doing. And actually, when I first started arriving on this channel in 2020, that's when I really realized that I was telling people, hey, this is what's going to happen. Russia is using Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDT for oil trade with India to circumvent Western sanctions. This is according to Reuters. So what is happening right now? There's many ways out of sanctions now. So it's not just Russia. Other countries are going to be able to use this instead of trying to be, instead of being bullied by other countries, larger countries or whatever. I'm not just talking about Russia. I'm talking about other countries that the US and other countries sanction. This is actually really interesting. This is different type of warfare because the US and other countries that are used to bullying other countries to get their way. So I'm not just talking about Russia, guys. They bully a lot of different countries. And if you don't know that, check out the book Confessions of an Economic Hitman. If you want to actually educate yourself instead of looking at all the parrots on Twitter, this book will show you exactly how economic bullying has been happening for a lot longer than we've even been alive, or at least I have. Okay, so I expect this to happen more and more and more, and I also expect Monero to be used as well, because Monero is very hard to track, guys. So that's why a lot of the exchanges have kicked out Monero. That's a good coin, guys. That's why. If exchanges and governments hate it, Western governments, freaking get your eyes on it. Okay, so the most bullish, and I should say bearish news for bears and bullish news for Bitcoin bulls right now. I'm a Bitcoin bull right now. I'm eventually going to turn into a bear. Guaranteed I'm going to turn into a bear, but not right now. Here's why. This is a great tweet from Rect Capital. In 2017, the average Bitcoin correction was 35%. Okay, did you hear that? The average guys, Bitcoin correction was 35%. Okay, in 2021, the average Bitcoin correction was 37%. So did you get that? 37% was the average. And this cycle, This is why, guys, I say this is the easiest cycle ever, because the average Bitcoin correction is 25%. And I'm talking way lower right now. The 25% is much lower than 35% and much lower than 37%. So guys, here's the thing. You're listening to all of these emotional people on YouTube and on Twitter and these traders that think they know it all. Guys, I mean, I can take a step back. I can look at this pretty unbiased and go, okay, when it's time to sell, I'm going to sell. You can check it out at learningcrypto.com. You'll know exactly when I'm selling, when I'm buying, whatever. When it's time to sell, but I don't think right now is the time to sell. I think right now is the time to chill, because once again, we're not even down 30%. I think we might have been down maybe 30% at the very, very bottom of this correction. But guys, like, look at history. Start researching things. You know, I know it's very hard for me to get people to go ahead and research things on here. And I know that a lot of the crypto news sites, they all just parrot off of each other. They don't really know what they're talking about. Okay, so now we have to go back and realize we're totally fine in this bull market. Yes, we're in a bull market. I'm going to continue to say we're in a bull market. I mean, unless we're dropping to 50,000 bucks or under $60,000, I'm going to still think we're in a bull market. You know what I mean? Because I've seen corrections of last bull market, we went from $64,000 down to around $30,000, which is over a 50% drop. People thought it was over. They were like, nope, I'm out of here. Forget it. We're done. I've had friends saying, I'm throwing the bucket. I hate this space. And then boom, $69,000 not too long later. So that's what my thoughts are. You leave your comment below. Tell me what you think, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.